And then when I got back that day to pick her up, I said, "Oh, what did you say was going on with me?" And he said, your main problem was that you had an infected root canal." And this just kind of just blew my mind. I was like, "What?" And
had you ever heard that before?
No, I'd never heard that before. And I hadn't even really spoken to your father or told him I had a root canal, let alone an infected one. Yeah. So he just has a drop of my blood. I know for those that haven't had this done, it's it's hard to understand. And then I was just like, well, and that was the first time I'd ever heard that a root canal was causing me issues, or anyone else issues. So that I think she had the course, and then we had to fly out. We had fly out the next day, and then that really began my research of root canals being the source of my problem. And I must be honest, because it was my front tooth, I started seeing dentists, and basically the remedy was to have the front tooth pulled. And no one really wants to have the front tooth pulled. So I was kind of I actually didn't want this to be true, because I thought, I don't want to lose my front tooth, call me vain, but that didn't sound too fun. And then essentially I just started listening to podcasts and listening to the alternate, doctors and dentists who are speaking out about this issue. And, the thing that got me across the line was two things. There was this guy, Dr. Jerry Tennant, who's in the documentary, amazing doctor. And I had a Skype call with him. I paid for an hour's consult, got my bloods done, As one of his questionnaires is, do you have a root canal? Which I said yes to. And then we're just talking. And then after everything he said, until you have your root canal fixed, there's nothing I can do. You have to fix that before we kind of move on. And so that was like, okay. This guy was telling me that. I didn't really want to hear it. And then another thing was a thing called an EAV, electronics according to Vol test, that I had done with a dentist here. And essentially it sends electricity through your body, and there's kind of like a needle. And when you're in harmony, the needle's in the middle. And so this machine was testing all my teeth, and it was all fine. And then when it hit my root canal tooth, the needle just went off the charts, and it makes a real kind of funny sound. And then when that happened right in front of me, I was just like, okay, like this machine is clearly showing me that there's a problem. And then I had the 3D cone beam scan, and after all that was when I was going, okay, now let's rip this thing out. Like there's no way around this. So yeah, it was your father who's a legend in my opinion, that got my health back and was really the catalyst for making the documentary.